The first timpani etude under option 3 is the big one. It's out of the Solo Timpanist by Vic Firth. It's on page 15 and it's Roman numeral number 7. It is tricky, primarily because you have to retune all 4 of the drums to a new pitch and back to the original pitch. The first time you have to do it, you have plenty of time. The second time, you have half as much time as you did the first time. So this is going to take some ear work and some interval work. The feel of the piece is kind of a nice 12/8 lilt. There's a couple licks that become kind of fast, but the whole feel needs to be nice and dance-like as you play it. The hardest part of the piece, ironically, is when you don't play, when you're retuning the drums. So the technique behind the playing is not the most difficult part. I'm choosing to dampen where I see at least a quarter note or more rest. There's a couple eighth note rests that I'm not going to dampen because they go by rather quickly, but I'm going to dampen on a couple of these quarter note rests. There's a couple really tricky rhythms too. If you look in measures 18 and 19, measure 18 on big beat 2 has 2 eighth notes with a dotted eighth note in the middle there. We don't see that very often, and it is a tricky rhythm that you'll want to pay attention to. Also in measure 19, be careful, even though those first 3 notes look like quarter notes, they're really kind of a triplet feel over 2 notes there. The fastest measure of the whole piece will be in measure 36. This is after we've gone into cut time, and you really have to fly around the drums pretty quickly. But again, the technical difficulties of this piece are going to be limited to maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 measures. The trick will be in tuning. You're going to really need to know where you're going with all these pitches. Everything goes down a step, and then you have to bring it all back. Once you have that tuning figured out pretty good, I think the rhythms and the technique will come pretty easily.